John, there is an assumption in Western religions, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, that the divine is a person. That sounds like such an extraordinary claim, that the ultimate divine is a person.
Well, you can make it somewhat less extraordinary if you say that we're human persons, and thus distinguish between different ways in which the general concept of personhood could be instantiated. Because the idea of personhood, as philosophers understood it, really doesn't entail a great deal. Doesn't entail having a physical body of the kind that we have. It entails consciousness, it entails intentionality, actions that one does on the basis of one's intentions, perhaps beliefs, knowledge of some kind, perhaps even moral qualities of one sort or another. But those could be exhibited by a wide array of different creatures. And so that problem for God as a person may not be as serious as it first appears. However, we might still ask ourselves whether in our focus on the divine as a person we've become obsessed with one possibility to the exclusion of others. What you learn from evolutionary psychology these days is that it is very natural for us to think in terms of agents when we develop our religious beliefs. We see agency everywhere, and that's got an evolutionary function, and maybe it has also had this byproduct of causing our religious beliefs to be ones that involve reference to agency. But there are some important issues that need to be discussed in connection with personhood. First of all, are we talking about persons as we understand them to this point? I mean, even if there can be more persons than human persons, nonetheless, even our understanding of the general concept of what it is to be a person is to some extent based on our limited human experience of personhood. So you might wonder whether we're the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the development of personhood. So somebody might say, well, God instantiates personhood as it really is. We're still sort of fumbling our way towards real personhood. And so that would allow God to be very different from any persons we know, and perhaps even to, in some way, be beyond our best concept of personhood. And when I look at this specific picture of the divine as personal, I find arguments against supposing it to be true.
What are your reasons for rejecting it?
Well, I have various reasons. I mean, these are arguments for atheism, right? In our culture, atheism is best understood as meaning the denial of the existence of a personal ultimate, of a personal God. And you can argue against such a God on the basis of its hiddenness from us, the problem of evil, of course, which is well known. So that's why I think the divine, if it exists at all, is not a person.